Live from KSAT 12. The 6 o'clock news starts right now.
And we begin tonight with a major traffic problem. This is in the southbound lanes of I-35 near Shepherd Road on the southwest side. This video was recorded by Sky 12 just about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, you can see the traffic being slowed down to just one lane. You can also see the backup that goes for miles. There you see a vehicle on its top in the median. We'll be sure to find out the cause of the crash and be sure to give you updates once we have more information from I-35 near Shepherd Road. 2 of the 3 men arrested in a weekend standoff, accused in previous deadly shootings. One of those shootings happened right outside a Bexar County deputy's home.
This is all new information we have learned about these suspects today. According to an arrest affidavit, detectives believe that Joe Isaac Lee Yanez is connected to the shooting that killed 22-year-old Khadijah Derry. Now, he's not been charged with Derry's murder, but that same affidavit says that Derry's uncle, who was a Bexar County sheriff's deputy, named Yanez and another teenager as possible suspects.
Yeah, that shooting happened just before 8 last Wednesday night in Converse. Investigators say Derry was sitting in her car when 2 men ran up and shot her more than a dozen times. All of it caught on surveillance cameras. The arrest affidavit says the next day, the victim's uncle, that Bexar County sheriff's deputy, showed Texas Rangers an Instagram video that placed Yanez at the crime scene. Texas Rangers then spoke to an SAISD police officer who was able to identify Yanez in that same video.
Meanwhile, another man arrested in that east side standoff from over the weekend is 19-year-old Curtis Ray Wilson. Back in October of 2022, Wilson was charged with capital murder in the shooting death of 2 teenagers at an apartment complex on Noblewood Drive. Bexar County court records show the case against Wilson was dismissed due to insufficient evidence. Tonight, we have new information on the Park police officers who shot and killed a man at a home on the city's west side. We now know the name of the suspect who was killed and the 2 officers that were involved. According to SAPD, Officer Mark De La Cruz got into a struggle with 27-year-old Ray Garcia in the backyard of a home on Buena Vista. SAPD says that Garcia tried to take De La Cruz's gun from his holster. That's when Officer Juan Cardona arrived and fatally shot Garcia. Neither officer was hurt. Court records show that Garcia had a previous conviction for vehicle theft and evading arrest. This investigation is ongoing.
The San Antonio police need your help in finding the driver of a hit and run that has left a teenager fighting for her life. According to police, a black sport vehicle was traveling westbound on Rigsby Avenue near W.W. White Road and Loop 410 when it hit the 16-year-old. That teenager was not in a crosswalk and the car sped off. She was taken to the hospital and is in critical condition.
A mistrial granted today in the woman accused of starving her 6-year-old child. A court official tells us the judge declared that mistrial for Jennifer Delgado after her attorney said that he had not reviewed the child's medical records before the trial. Delgado was arrested in 2018 after police say the girl was malnourished and neglected. She weighed just 19 pounds at 6 years old. The case is expected to go back to trial in February of next year. Delgado faces up to life in prison if found guilty.
A man convicted last week in the murder of a 4-year-old was sentenced to 70 years in prison today. It took a jury about 2 hours to decide on that sentence for Quentin Phillips. Phillips, one of 3 men accused in the 2017 murder of 4-year-old DeErvion Whitley. The other 2 men charged, John Chapman and Terrell Chase, expected to have their trials next year. Phillips did get credit for time served and is eligible for parole after serving half of his sentence.
We are getting some more information today about a migrant facility at the San Antonio International Airport. Yesterday, City Manager Eric Walsh told us the City Council was aware the city was using its own building at the airport to temporarily hold migrants before taking them over to terminals for their scheduled flights out of town. But what about the rest of the city? There does not seem to have been any concerted effort to publicize what was happening. But Walsh told us today that staff had found media statements that had been sent out in May. We asked him if the city should have been more open about what was coming. He believes it was apparent what they were trying to do.
I'm offended at the notion that this was a secret or we were hiding individuals. That's offensive. That's not our job, and it's almost ridiculous. The fact of the matter is that there's 1,200 people on average showing up in San Antonio or coming through San Antonio on a daily basis. And if anybody's got any questions about immigration, they ought to call their congressman or the federal government.
Walsh says the migrants with plane tickets are brought from the crowded Migrant Resource Center on San Pedro to wait for their flights at what the city calls the Airport Transit Center. He said the vast majority are in and out within 24 hours.
One of the main contracts for building the new airport terminal has been cleared for takeoff. The city council giving the official go-ahead to finalize a $1 billion deal with Hensel Phelps Construction Company. The company will work with architects to oversee most of the work in the $1.4 billion terminal development program.
Garrett Berger talks with that company about what comes next.
Architects have already started designing a new 17-gate terminal. Now a construction manager at risk has been picked. Next is putting the two together.
The first thing we got to do is get on board and look at a base realignment of the estimates that have been done to date versus the early drawings that have been produced by Corrigan.
Actual construction in the terminal development program is expected to start late next year. So what will it mean for you?
So there's not going to be a whole lot of impact to the passengers going through the facility, whether it's on the roadway or getting through any kind of security checkpoint or out to their gates. It's largely going to be separated.
The only no vote was Manny Pelaez, who said he wished the council had done more to encourage bidders to partner with local companies. Hensel Phelps is headquartered in Colorado. It has offices in other Texas cities, though not San Antonio. But city staff say the federal money tied to this project meant the city couldn't give extra weight for local preference in the bidding process. But out of the up to $1 billion contract, Hensel Phelps' share is a little under 13%.
The remaining is a sum of the 20 to 25 projects that will be bid out competitively, enabling opportunities for local participation.
Hensel Phelps says it wants to pursue local firms.
We've strategically, when we put together our team, we have some local smaller firms, consultants within our team, but we left opportunities within our team for additional team members that are local that we were going to facilitate that conversation post-award.
The city's estimating the new terminal will open in 2028. Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
A little warmer out there today than yesterday. Still a pretty day, though. However, we have got some wet changes coming our way, Adam.
Yes, we do. Turning damp and cooler out there overnight tonight and into tomorrow. We've got a cloudy sky right now, a bit of a breeze out of the east-southeast, 10 to 15, gusting up to 20, so a bit breezy this evening, but not overly cold. I mean, by 10 o'clock, 61, midnight, we're at 59. A few stray sprinkles this evening. That's going to lead to more dampness to start the day tomorrow in the form of very light rain and drizzle. Additional rain likely by Friday. That's going to lead to a cool and quiet weekend. We'll get into all the details and especially just how much rain we could see and when most of it's going to come in just a bit.
All right, see you in a bit, Adam. Thanks. Let's take a look at traffic out there right now. This is the camera I-35 at Maine. You can see the lanes coming towards the camera, those going towards I-10. Upper and lower levels, very slow going. The lower level certainly not moving at all at this point, so something to be aware of. I-35 not too far from I-10.
Her husband was in the Army. She was exceptionally qualified to work, but she couldn't because of childcare costs.
And she found that was the case for so many spouses, which is why this local mother created the Operation Child Care Project. Courtney Friedman shows us the incredible work she's doing for other families and the award that she just won because of it.
Kayla Corbett's husband is in the Army, and they've been stationed all over the world.
My background was in nonprofit advocacy. I have my master's in forensic psychology.
She was qualified, so when she got back to the States with her first of 2 kids, she expected to find immediate work, but she couldn't. She didn't qualify for the military's child care assistance.
It does not matter how many, organizations create job fairs if they don't have the childcare to get to that job fair.
Corbett believes child care assistance holds the answer to the military spouse employment problem.
We have teetered between 20 to 24% unemployment rate for the last 2 decades.
So she started Operation Child Care Project, creating the only database portal of military child care options, and became a case manager.
We vet those resources so that we're not sending them another PDF of things that they're never going to get access to.
If a family doesn't qualify, Corbett finds a local community partner. The program is attracting attention.
You got 3 big checks on the wall.
I do have 3 giant checks. So this was my most recent win. I won $15,000 in a grant from the Second Service Foundation, and we are using that towards our case management system.
The other $50,000 goes towards legal help to deal with imposter scammers trying to steal money from families. The other 2 awards landed her another $21,000 to help her hundreds of clients.
We don't turn people away. So I have clients from Washington to California, DC, along the coast.
She's looking for funding, community partners, and volunteers, even for things like tech and copywriting, all to keep helping families like those in San Antonio, a known childcare desert. Courtney Friedman, KSAT 12 News.
If you are a family needing help, there is an intake form on the website. That's occproject.com. But if you're a local business wanting to help or a possible volunteer, you can also email them. All of this information is on our website. Just look for this story.
And later this week here on the News at 6, Doc Talk. It's our series featuring your medical questions on any subject. Scan this QR code to let us know what questions you want to ask local doctors. KSAT 12's Doc Talk airs Thursdays at 6:30.
Have you ever seen a name on a park or a school or another building and wondered who was that person? We're answering that in a new round of KSAT Explains San Antonio namesakes. Think Frank Tejeda, Stinson, Dory Miller, George Brackenridge, and Emma Kaler.
We are standing in Kaler Park, not to be confused, but often confused with Brackenridge Park.
We'll clear up some of that confusion. We are telling the stories of who these people were, some of the incredible things they did, or some of the scandalous in some cases, and why they're so significant to San Antonio history. KSAT Explains is coming up right here at 6:30.
What's in a name? All right, after the break, a new exhibit at the San Antonio Museum of Science and Technology, giving people a look at aerospace engineering. See how it's also being used to help future generations. Next.
This SA Salutes holiday greeting is brought to you by Rodriguez Trial Law.
Hi, I'm Fidel Rodriguez Jr. with Rodriguez Trial Law. We would like to thank all active and ex-military members for your service and sacrifice. Blessed holidays to all.
Lights, sounds, and simulators. A new exhibit is now open at the San Antonio Museum of Science and Technology that gives you a look inside a career in aerospace.
Yeah, and as Max Massey explains, Port San Antonio says it's a big picture strategy to help prepare the future generations for thousands of jobs set to come to the Alamo City.
I just feel a lot of inspiration walking through the entire exhibit.
Meet City, a Ronald Reagan High School student and one of the many captivated here at Port San Antonio today.
For a kid to, be able to participate in these sort of events, it's life-altering, it's life-changing.
That's the point of this investment. Inspire the next generation no matter where you're from.
This exhibit is devoted to trying to create an opportunity where the larger San Antonio population, the future generation, can get a little bit of an insight into what the possibilities are for a career in aerospace.
Ed Onway with Boeing tells me this could be a foot in the door to the future.
I want them to walk away with the notion and the understanding that they could be part of it.
All right, you're up. You're playing. We think we're going to add 12 to 18,000 jobs in the next 7 to 10 years. And we want to make sure that our young people are the people who are going to take those jobs.
And on top of the simulators, learning about the history and even learning about autonomous vehicles, one of the things that jumps out, these interactive panels where students can actually learn from Boeing workers who work here in San Antonio.
It's the ability to interact with Boeing employees, hear their story, and how they rose from the same backgrounds as our young people. Doesn't matter where you come from. Rocket science isn't rocket science.
My objective is to make sure that everyone that comes here walks away with a feeling that indeed they could be part of our future.
As for the students like City, well, sky is the limit.
After this whole event, I might look into aerospace engineering because that's also very cool.
Max Massey, KSAT 12 News.
Okay, when does this sogginess start, Adam Caskey?
It starts before sunrise tomorrow. That's when we get damp and soggy, and it's going to be rainy. We're just not going to have a lot to show for it during the day tomorrow in terms of area rain gauges. Just a little bit in those rain gauges. Let's get right to our rain chances throughout the day and notice how they're up to 60% by 8 a.m. all the way through the noon hour, and then they fall off again by tomorrow afternoon. It's the morning commute on through the lunch hour that we're going to be the dampest outside when it's going to be pretty soggy. Here's the big picture. The clouds have been increasing and filling in throughout the day today. Now we're just waiting on a little bit of precipitation. All signs are that's going to start up a little bit overnight in the form of a few sprinkles. And then tomorrow, indicated here by our futurecast, some scattered to widespread light showers. And when you don't have some light rain, I think you'll have plenty of drizzle to make up for it. So that's why we're using the damp term, because drizzly and just light rain, a little bit of light rain, enough to cause road spray, reduce visibility, etc. You'll need your windshield wipers as well in the morning. I think only about 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch overall to show for it throughout the day. And then into the afternoon, it starts to fade away. We'll have a little thin layer of drier air that's going to move in, and that should help to turn off the rain for a little bit. I wish we could keep it going, but it looks like it's going to turn off a little bit for the second half of the day. Thursday, a 20% chance. Friday, we're back up to 60%, and there's a little better potential in terms of overall accumulations on Friday. Here's that system that's getting going. The same one we were talking about yesterday over the Pacific Northwest. There's just a little small swirl up here yesterday. It has grown, it has developed, it's maturing into a good upper level closed low. That's now dropping into Texas. That's going to stir things up. It caused some higher elevation snow, Colorado and New Mexico. That's good for the ski resorts, especially as we approach Christmas break for them. Now notice as this moves toward us, we could even have a little bit of a wintry mix in parts of the panhandle of Texas. Around here, we're looking at some scattered rain for a period of time during the day on Friday. And I do think most of the rain will be to the north of us. Honestly, I'm losing my optimism for overall accumulations as we get into Friday, but there's still hope. I mean, up in North Texas where they need it, I'll have the drought monitor at 645. I'll show you that. They could use it too, around 2 inches or more. Here, I think we'd be lucky to get up to 1/2 inch, but there are some models throwing out the data that we could have 1/2 inch to 1 inch. I think that's on the high end, but nonetheless, at least there is that potential. So we're not talking anything drought busting and barely even drought denting, but better than nothing. Let's talk temperatures. Get ready for some cooler weather ahead. 39 was our low this morning, and we made it to 69, a good 30-degree temperature spread. 60s right now, and with the clouds, it's going to take a while for these temperatures to really fall off. They're not going to bottom out like they did the past couple of nights. Hondo 66 along with New Braunfels, and look at our trend tomorrow. From 5 a.m. to 9 a.m., we're at 56 degrees. Then the temperature actually falls a little bit into the afternoon, down to 53 later on in the day. Drying out for the most part later on in the day, but remaining cloudy. So the evening commute probably not as problematic when it comes to the rain and dampness. Notice our high temperature trend. 50s during the day tomorrow, near 60 Thursday and Friday. This weekend, some sunshine, but only 55 on Saturday and 61 on Sunday. No freeze in the forecast, but I will show you where the cold air is and the outlook for temperatures that spreads into Christmas in just a bit at 6:45.
Yeah, we're all wondering. Thanks, Adam.
All right, a lot of Texas teams are going bowling, including the Red Raiders.
Yes.
Mary. And I'm glad you dressed in Red Raider colors today.
Yep, you know me so well. But
yeah.
The Red Raiders getting us started for bowl season. So excited. They face Cal in the Independence Bowl on Saturday. And the excitement, I mean, Taj Brooks is returning for a 5th season, and now Tech looking to avenge 2 losses in the Independence Bowl. Plus, the Dallas Cowboys split their regular season series against the Eagles with a win on Sunday. The defense, the catalyst in the important division victory.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
The Dallas Cowboys' high-flying offense leads the NFL with 32.4 points per game, while the team's 11 giveaways are tied for the fewest league-wide. But really, the defense has been the star of the show from the start of the season to now. In Sunday's 33-13 win over the Eagles, the Cowboys had 3 takeaways and didn't allow an offensive touchdown. Defensive coordinator Dan Quinn saying the defense needed to force turnovers if they wanted to truly command the game.
For us to go through 6 games and only have 1 fumble recovery, I said, we can change the math on this. And sometimes you just added emphasis to something. You can do that. Probably for a few blocks there in practice, we weren't able to do it. We always get together and talk about it and who's vulnerable, where to go. But we really wanted to make sure that we committed to that focus.
That win was an important statement for the Cowboys, who are chasing home field to start the playoffs. If the season were to end today, they would get that. Well, hey, Texas Tech fans, there are only a few days left before kickoff against the Cal Bears in the Independence Bowl. And the Red Raiders defense has a special connection to Cal. Defensive coordinator Tim DeRuyter coached at Cal from 2017 to 2020. He's still pretty close with the coaching staff at Cal, but all of that goes away come game time.
They've been very good with us as far as, we trade information, on common opponents, those kind of things. When you have relationships in this game, that's what you do. But come Saturday night, it's playing your brother in the backyard, and during that 3.5, 4 hours, whatever it is, buckle up. But we're going to compete.
Texas Tech's defense could possibly get back linebacker Steve Linton and defensive back Tyler Owens, who are right now listed as questionable for the bowl game. Kickoff is Saturday at 8:15 on ESPN. The San Antonio Spurs are preparing to open up a 3-game homestand, beginning with back-to-back games against the Los Angeles Lakers tomorrow, then Friday. And confidence isn't necessarily at a high right now for the young Spurs group. Last night, despite a strong and improved effort defensively, the team shot 12% from long range and eventually fell to the Rockets for a franchise record 17th straight loss. LeBron James and Anthony Davis will be bringing their 14-9 record to the Alamo City. It'll be the first matchup between Victor Wembanyama and James Keldon Johnson, reflecting on his first time facing LeBron.
I grew up watching him play, and getting out there. I believe it was COVID, the first time I got to play against LeBron. But we just got to execute our game plan. We know he's going to come to play, and we got to come and play as well. So execute our game plan and be in a position to win the game.
The Spurs tip off against LA at 7 tomorrow night at Frost Bank Center. Be sure to tune in to KSAT at 6:30 for our tip-off plus pregame show, where we get you ready with all of the information you need to know.
Plus, the Lakers just won, the in-season tournament? Didn't they just win that?
Yeah, they have all the momentum, but tonight they're in Dallas, so that'll shake things up potentially.
They'll come in overconfident, probably.
Yeah.
Spurs can take them.
Thanks, Mary. Coming up next, KSAT explains San Antonio namesakes. Part 2. Stay with us.